Hi, in this video and presentation, I'm going to explore how to extend the Maqueen Plus Robot. And the Maqueen Plus Robot is a robot from DFRobot in Shanghai, China. So I'll be using this mind map to describe what the extensions are. The host will be a microbit computer. I'll be not only looking at electronic extensions, but also mechanical ones. And one project that I've already started in this area, and I'll give you some references. So in the past 5 years, I've been making robots, constructing them, designing software. And the first one I made 5 years ago was using the Makeblock MBot, and it was based on the M-Core controller, which is Arduino Uno compatible. So while I could do most of my software with Scratch, I also use the Arduino IDE to program it. Look, a very interesting robot. I've used this on STEM summer camps and courses. And I've also got a more advanced kit called the Makeblock Ultimate 2. And what's interesting about this is that you can actually construct robots with many mechanical forms. And Makeblock were, and still are, the best robot company that has ideal mechanical components that can be reconfigured. So these are some of the arrangements and robots you could make with the Ultimate 2 robot. And one of the other ones I've made is a music robot. So it plays the xylophone. And it also, you can learn about electronics, stepping motors, and the mechanical engineering behind this is, I think, the best ever. So the mechanical parts, I've got lots and lots of components, and even though Makeblock are way behind now in terms of their computing, they still have a good range of mechanical components. And I want to use the library of components I've already invested in. And you can still buy mechanical kits from Makeblock and extend them. For the electronics, here I'm only going to use electronic components from DFRobot. And I want to explore to see if I can get some compatibility between the Makeblock mechanical components and the DFRobot electronic components. I've already got a big library of Seed Studio Grove, but the problem with these is that unless you use the Lego wrappers, it's not really that well suited in a mechanical arrangement. Okay, so the input modules I'll be looking at include digital push buttons, environmental sensors, and a couple of modules that are not available from Seed Studio. And one of them is a lithium battery fuel gauge. And this will go on to my next robot project to see how much fuel I've got left in the battery. And I also want to explore an interesting module, which is a lightning distance sensor. And it will tell me how far away lightning is striking during a thunderstorm. The other module I've tested and had good results with is a analog to digital converter push buttons. And that's quite an unusual one. It uses an analog input to encode 5 push buttons. Some of the analog modules are also included here. And for output, I'm going to look at RGB LED, that's NeoPixel array. And I want to use these for the rear lights on my robot. I had a bit of trouble with the DFRobot IR receiver, particularly the software. So I'm going to add my own receiver module. So I bought the digital IR transmitter module and the IR kit. And the project that I'm going to describe is just lights and buttons on a desktop prototype. So the idea is that I want to see if I can easily fit the DFRobot electronic components onto Makeblock plates and brackets. So here's my objective. I'm going to use a new module called DFRobot IO Extender. And these are the other modules that I want to work with. Mechanical mounting is one of the key objectives that I want to work with. On the software side, I want to explore the Makecode extensions for NeoPixels and the IR receiver. And I also want to see how I can use arrays and indices to translate the infrared communication codes into robot commands. So here's my hardware. Besides microbit and components from the Makeblock platform, I'm going to use these components from DFRobot. And for the software, I'm going to use extension as much as possible. So when none of these come from DFRobot, the IR receiver and the NeoPixel are generic modules that can be used on many different types of components. Now here's the software code. And I won't go into all the details. I'll just look at some of the highlights. So on the startup, I'm assigning one of the pins and using the NEC IR protocol. And I'm assigning the backlights of my robot into two parts. There's the left backlight and there's the right backlight. In the next block, I'm assigning an array to analog values, and these will be translated into keys. So the 5-button ADC, analog to digital converter module, converts analog voltages to a particular key that can be used somewhere else in your program. So in the forever loop, I use the key from the analog to digital converter key array and then turn on a particular light function, either stop the lights, reverse the lights, and so on. And for the event processing, I want to see whether some of the digital buttons can mimic what happens when you press button A and B on microbit. So I've got a digital push button and the output of that's going into port 1 and the other one's going into port 2. And they respond with event processing blocks. To control the lights on the NeoPixels, I just simply use these blocks. And in addition to the mechanical push buttons, I'm using an infrared remote. And this is how it works. When I get an infrared code, I look up the index and use the index for the robot command. So here are some of my references. All of the components were purchased from DFRobot, and I previously had a big library of Makeblock components. Thank you. I've made many projects with Makeblock components, and I consider that they're still the best in terms of mechanical components, but they're a bit behind in both the electronics and the computing. So here's a couple of examples. This one here, you can see that you can easily add mechanical extensions to the robot. The robot here is based on a core, M-core board, which is Arduino compatible. And here's another one, which draws on a sheet of paper using a pen, and it uses the same robot. But you can see that there's plenty of scope for creating unique robots. Now, what I want to do is see if I can use the components I have for Makeblock on the Maqueen Plus Robot. And I've done this quite successfully here on this project. So here's Maqueen Plus, and it's got a Makeblock platform on the back. And you can see that what I've done is to add some additional rear lights and push buttons. Now, to explore this, I've developed this platform. So it's using microbit on a DFRobot I/O extender for microbit, and that interfaces to various DFRobot modules in their gravity series. So it's got push buttons, and a very interesting one here is a sequence of 5 push buttons in an array, but it has an analog interface. So I'll be exploring that. And I also want to explore the use of NeoPixels for the rear lights of the robot, and also IR communications, because I found that the IR communications that comes with Maqueen Plus doesn't work very well. So I'm replacing that with a IR receiver on the robot. So let's have a look at this, see how it works. So if I press the buttons, I get various, this is on the analog array, I can get the LEDs to work. So if it was a robot, I can get the left and right turn indicators on. I can get blue lights, reversing lights, and stop lights all to work. Now I can do that either with that, or I can do the same thing with the push button. So if I press button 1 and the various buttons, I can turn on and off the NeoPixel array, or I can select any button that I want. So I can either use the IR remote, or I can use the other buttons that are here. And there's an example of the individual push buttons which use a digital interface. So I've got 2 of those here. Okay, so that's it for interfacing, and it looks quite successful because the modules fit very nicely using additional posts on Makeblock plates.